I'm going to try to show you the basics of Inkscape. When you first up Inkscape, it'll be set to millimeters. So I go right up here, change this to inches, then I go to File, Document Properties, and change this to inches. It changes your ruler from millimeter to inches. I choose 8.5 by 11 because that's the only size paper I have. I go to Snap, and I put these all the way down to 1.0, and then the third one down, snap only when closer than. So my page is 8.5 by 11. You can zoom in and out. Go down here on the right hand bottom corner and zoom with that. Next, I will go to bring in a picture, and I'm going to go with Import. Click on File and then Import. I'm going to Design Elements because that's the name of my file, and I'm looking for a specific one. I'll go with this one, and a little box will pop up, and I click OK, and it brings it in. Now sometimes they won't be the right size, so what I do is go up here and make sure this little lock is unlocked. I want my 9.3, so I highlight that and type in 9.3. About 8.2. And that wasn't correct. That's because it was turned the wrong way. So now see 9.3 by 8.2. Well, 8.25. And it'll be the correct size. Now I can turn it back to fit on my page. So there we go. Next I want to go to color, because I want to set my color at RGB, this one right here. Now I want to save it. Say I just made it and I just want to save it. I can go to File and Export PNG. And this box will open up over here on the right. It tells you where it's going to save it to. It's going to save it to users, Gale, whatever. I want to export as, and say I want to go with downloads, save it in my Design Elements file. Then I'll just type in the name of whatever down here on the bottom where it says file name, and then save. But since it's already saved, I'm not going to save it again. To print it, you can either go over here on the far right and click the print button, and it'll bring up your printer. And you just choose your printer, get preferences, and this goes on a tumbler, so it's going to be a multi-use rigid. You know how to do that. I always turn off collate and turn on print preview and options. I turn off bi-directional printing. And another thing I do is always put mine on high. The quality is high. And then you hit OK and it goes to your printer. So you know how to do all that stuff. Okay, Now I'm going to show you how to crop a picture. So I'm going to import some things. Say I want to just crop out this dog. So I'm going to open that picture. I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to lock the lock because I want it proportional. And I'm going to bring that down to 6 inches. Bring him over here in my canvas. Now I am going to crop out the picture, just the dog here. So I'm going to go to Objects, Fill and Stroke. On Stroke, I'm going to, you got to select your picture. Stroke and Paint, Stroke Paint. I'm going to hit the X because we don't want it to do a stroke. Okay. Now I'm going to go back over here on the left hand side and click on the square. And I'm going to put the square over. Go back on the right hand side at the bottom where it says opacity, so you can see where you put it. So you've got it right where you want it. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So we'll hit edit and undo. Okay, hit your arrow button, bring it up a little. There we go. And this square is over the picture. If it's not, then you'll need to bring it to the top by using this button up here on the right here, raise selection to top. Then we're going to group the two together. We're going to select both of them. They're both selected. We're going to Objects, Flip, Set, and there you go. Just what you wanted. If there's anything else you need to know how to do, just holler. You might want to know that over here on the left there's an A. That's how you type your letters. You can just type in anything like puppy. Go back to that. I go up to text and fonts. I'm going to choose a font. Go back to my A. I highlight puppy. And it'll show me this one. What it looks like down here. I'm going to hit apply, and there we go. I'm going back up here to my selection tool so I can make it the size I want it. That's just weird. So, try a different font, because that's not working right. See how this one happens. Well, that one looks good. You can do lots of things with the text too if you want. Change the color of your text down here on the color bar on the bottom. There's all kinds of things you can do in here, so there you go.